Introduction of fermentation and curing. Fermentation and curing are crucial steps in processing cocoa beans after harvesting. These processes need to start within 24 to 48 hours of breaking the cocoa pod to ensure optimal quality. These combined processes are fundamental for creating the characteristic taste, aroma, and quality of cocoa. For fermentation, it involves fermenting the pulp surrounding the cocoa beans, not the beans themselves. The process lasts 5 to 7 days for Forastero varieties and 1 to 3 days for Criollo varieties. Fermentation triggers the development of chocolate flavor and aroma while leading to the external browning of the beans. For curing, during fermentation, the curing process also occurs simultaneously inside the beans. Curing refers to internal chemical and enzymatic change that enhance the beans' flavor and quality.
Fermentation versus curing. Fermentation occurs in the pulp. It is carried out by microorganisms. Immediate and initial process after breaking of pods. The purpose of fermentation is to remove pulp out of the pod. Microorganisms break down the pulp surrounding the beans to kill the beans and creates conditions for cocoa flavor development. The pulp, rich in sugar, 10 to 15%, supports microorganisms' growth. When beans are removed, microorganisms from the environment naturally inoculate the pulp. 3 standard methods adopted for fermentation, which are heap, box tray, and basket. Fermentation completed within 5 to 7 days depending on weather conditions. On the other hand, curing occurs inside the beans. It is carried out by enzymes. Curing occurs after fermentation, and it is done for flavor development and partially responsible for the brown color.
Next, we have the fermentation methods. First, we have the heap method. Banana leaves are spread out over sticks a few inches over the ground. This fermentation process is complete after about 6 days. And then we have the box tray method. This includes wet cocoa beans are placed in a wooden tray for drainage. It takes about 4 days for the fermentation process to complete. And lastly, we have the basket method. This method uses wooden baskets with holes at the bottom, and this fermentation process takes about 3 to 5 days to complete.
Moving on, these are the importance of fermentation and curing. First, without fermentation, cocoa beans won't develop a chocolate flavor. Second, during fermentation, chocolate flavor precursors are formed, which help in further flavor development. Third, fermentation helps in the separation of pulp and beans. Fourth, skipping the fermentation process prevents the development of a true chocolate flavor and defects that cannot be fixed by attempting fermentation later. Lastly, at lower temperatures, putrefaction bacteria start to proliferate, and longer fermentation can cause hemming of flavors, which are typical of over-fermented cocoa beans.
Next, I will explain about the factors that affect fermentation. There are several factors such as duration of fermentation, pot storage, type of cocoa, quality of bean or palms, seasonal or climatic change, and also extent of repeatedness of pod.